It was called the Grand Bargain, a bill that affects businesses and workers in Massachusetts, raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour by 2023 and establishing a paid and family medical leave funded by a newly established Family and Employment Security Trust. Many components to this bill required both sides compromising on the issues. Nancy Creed, the president of the Springfield Regional Chamber of Commerce, worked on a team to negotiate the compromise representing the wider business community in Western Mass. I sat down with Creed to learn more about the Grand Bargain.
It was actually phased in a shorter period of time, and with higher increases in the first couple of years. We were able to actually negotiate the phase-in for a longer period of time, 5 years as opposed to 3. A lot of our larger employers are already moving in that direction or have moved because they've seen they need to actually increase their wages to remain competitive in the marketplace. It is tough for our smaller employers and especially our nonprofit community. But unfortunately, we kind of have to move in that direction. That's the way the country is moving, and we need to remain competitive. But it is going to be tough, but at least we were able to get it phased in over a longer period of time.
And there was also a compromise with Sunday pay. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, that was, I think, a huge win for the business community, especially the retailers. They now don't need to pay time and a half and overtime on Sundays. They're actually, if they work 40 hours, they're just getting paid regular time, and that's huge. That's a big win for us.
And there was also the paid leave. And to explain how that works and how it's going to be paid for.
Yeah, so it's a brand new program for the state. There's only a handful of states in the country that actually have this. So there's two pieces of it. Number one, they're actually going to set up a brand new department of program of family and medical leave. It will be housed within Housing and Economic Development. It will run just like the Department of Unemployment Insurance, and it's funded through a payroll tax. So that will allow employees to be able to take medical leave for their own condition, bonding for with a child, pregnancy, serious health conditions to care for a family member. And so they will actually get some of their salaries back through this benefit program. It will be paid by both employers and employees through a payroll tax. If you are a business of 25 or less, you actually have a carve-out, so you don't need to pay your portion, but employees are still eligible, and they will pay into the system, so they'll get the benefit.
So what was the reaction that you have from some in the business community on this one?
It's not positive. But at the end of the day, it's better than what it could have been had it gone to the ballot.
And can you explain a little bit about that? What was the plan if it had gone to the ballot?
Yeah, so if it had gone to the ballot, it was a longer period of weeks that you would get paid for. The salary benefit was higher. The cost sharing between employers and employees was higher. So we were able to scale some of that back. It is not perfect, but the polls showed that the business community would have been in a worse position had it gone to ballot. So we really had no choice but to negotiate.
Okay, so these are lots of issues, and we have another one. Let's talk a little bit about the sales tax.
Yes.
So the hope was it would be reduced, but you do have the sales tax holiday, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so that really was the only leverage that the business community had. And so for that to come off of the table, that allowed us to be able to freely negotiate the rest of the minimum wage, the tipped wage, the paid family medical leave. That allowed us to negotiate that and have a stronger position.
And so how did the business community feel about the sales tax?
I think the retailers, it's difficult for them because we do have a high sales tax and they were looking to have it lowered. However, on the flip side, the SJC actually ruled that we can now collect sales tax from online retailers. So that puts the brick and mortar folks at a more level playing field. So I think they felt it was kind of a wash for them.
And I think, especially when you look at the brick and mortar folks and you look at retailers, that is really a hard situation to be in. We look at these big retailers like Toys R Us, not being able to compete with all the online. How can Massachusetts make it more competitive for them or better to do business here? Because, you hear that a lot, like this is hard to maintain.
I think Massachusetts needs to make ourselves more competitive across the board, not just for retailers, but really for small business. I think a lot of these ballot initiatives get driven by organizations out of state that have deeper pockets than our small business community so they can fund them. And I also don't think they necessarily understand the unintended consequences. May sound like a great idea, but when you actually implement them, all you're doing is crippling our business community, especially our small businesses and our retailers who are so busy running the business, they can't afford to have HR and keep up with these kinds of trends. And it really is cost. They're slim margins. Some folks operate on a 1-2% margin. So to increase their costs, now they're actually losing money and they end up going out of business.
Right, and of course, it sounds great to have $15 an hour as a minimum wage job, but if the business can't hire you, then you're not in a better position. Is that what you're hearing from some of these small businesses?
We are, and we're also hearing, there may be some businesses that are paying $16.50, for example, for someone that has been there for 5-10 years. Now they're bringing in an entry-level worker at 15, and that $16.50 worker is having to train that person. So there's a disparity between rewarding for experience and training and entry level. Now those businesses are forced to raise that $16.50 to even higher. So you have an upwards compression. So eventually they just can't afford the workforce, and they can't afford to hire as many people.
And so for your luncheon, I'm sure you have generated a lot of interest, and I'm sure people really are going to want to hear about what was taking place behind the scenes as well.
Yeah, I don't think people realize that, number one, you have to negotiate. It's not, you're going to make someone mad. That's actually the definition of compromise. No one's going to be happy. But I think people also don't realize that we were fighting hard for the business community. But, at the end of the day, we had to compromise.
So let's talk a little bit about the tipped wage component of this.
Yeah, so the tipped wage, once again, we were actually able to phase in that increase over a long period of time and actually reduce what the increase was going to be. It's now going to be $6.75, and I believe that it was somewhere in the $13 range, which was proposed. Most of the employees that I've heard from did not want an increase in the tipped wage, because what ends up happening is folks see that you're getting a higher pay, so they reduce how much they tip.
Absolutely.
So it actually reduces how much they take home in tips each week. So while it sounds great to have a higher tipped wage, the bartenders and servers just did not want it. But it is what it is. Once again, it was part of that compromise.